Alright, how's it going tonight, everybody? Hope you guys are having a great night. Starting just a couple minutes later than what I had said I would, but jumping into things tonight. As you guys can see from the title of the video, wanted to go over what I consider one of the most expensive things on the face of the planet. Okay, I mean, bar none. There's a few things that I would place up there along with this, but this is one of the most expensive things when it comes to purchasing it. But it's something that all of us have the ability to give, especially anybody who's watching this that is in network marketing. It is one of the least expensive things for you to give, but one of the most impactful. Okay, I want to ask you guys a couple questions just to start out. Do you know the value of your story? Okay, and be honest with yourself. Like, if you thought about it right now, do you know how much your story is worth? Okay, and have you ever really thought, and you're in network marketing, but what are you really selling? Are you selling a product? Are you selling an opportunity? Okay, some of you might be in health and wellness, others of you in travel, maybe you're in a technology one. It doesn't matter what you're in. But what are you really selling? Okay? Now I want you to think about that. Have you ever really just thought, hey, like, what am I selling? And I don't mean that in the sense of like yourself either. Okay? I mean even beyond that. With your it kind of goes hand in hand with yourself. It goes hand in hand with your product, hand in hand with your opportunity, all of that. But there's something specifically that you're selling that's so much more powerful. You could have the magic pill that saves everybody's life. You could have the magic opportunity that everybody makes $1 million every time they join. I don't care. There is something much higher and much more expensive for the average person to be trying to purchase. Okay, and so what sparked this idea, what really like kind of gave me this idea of the video tonight, my wife and I, if you guys were listening to the video yesterday, we were out in Vegas hanging out last week for most of the week, and we had a blast. You know, we got to go around, do a lot of fun stuff, got to see a lot of great talent. But everybody knows Vegas is all about the gambling, slot machines, poker. I mean, you name it, they've got it. Okay, I don't even know the names of half the games that are there, and they're popular ones, and I still don't know the names of them. But all these great games, and so I was, oftentimes when I go there, because I've been there a few times, I always wonder why do people gamble so much? I mean, they go in a slot machine. Anybody who knows me, I'm very literal, or maybe not literal, statistical in my thinking. I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with being literal. I think about something, I look at a slot machine and I'm like, it's a computer. My skill has nothing to do with whether or not I win. I can't even bluff. Like, it's a slot machine. I'm pushing a button the whole time, and I'm like, okay, hopefully I win. Okay, and not that they aren't fun, but in my mind I am thinking, to me, it's literally just as if I was going to go to a movie. I am not expecting any money back when I go to a slot machine. I'm just there for the entertainment of being able to make that gamble, just to spend that time there, with a potential. Okay, and so I started thinking about it, and I really wondered, like, what is it that causes people to want to do that? And I didn't really know, so it kind of just went on the rest of the week, having a lot of fun, having a blast. But as we were heading back, we stopped at another casino. We had some dinner there because they got great prime rib on the way home. And when we went there, they got this game. If anybody's ever played it, it's pretty simple. But I'm going to try to explain. It's called Keno, and essentially you you pay a couple dollars, $5, $10, whatever, per game, and you get to pick a certain amount of numbers. And the numbers go from 1 to 80, and you get to pick these numbers. And if you get a certain percentage of them right, you'll get a payout based on how many you got right. And so I'm sitting there, and we played it. We're eating dinner, the game's going on while we're eating. We might as well play. So we're just, we grab it, we look at it, we pick out some numbers, and after that I left to go to the bathroom because I was waiting on the food to come. Okay, and as I'm going, I was like, man, how cool would it be if we won? I think the grand prize, the top prize that we could get for the numbers that we played was $100,000. And in my mind, I'm thinking, man, I could, I've got some student debt that I'm still getting paid off. We've got a business that, we can always use money to fuel. It doesn't matter. You want to hire a mentor, it costs money. You want to run lead generation, it costs money. You want to run any type of business takes some sort of capital going forward. And so in my mind, they're just swimming with all these different ideas. I do a blog, so maybe it could help pay for some of the services there, just different things. And I'm like, man, this would be great. And I started realizing that playing that game, my mind started to swim with these ideas, and it was because I had hope because of this game, okay? And that is the most expensive thing, or one of the most expensive things on the face of this planet. People spend thousands and thousands of dollars all the time, millions. I mean, collectively as a world, we spend millions upon millions. I'd even venture to say billions on hope. People, they get their whole paycheck. What's the first thing some people do? They may be living paycheck to paycheck, but they go down the street, they go to the gas station, they walk in there, say, hey, give me 5 lottery tickets so that way I can scratch off and see if I won. Okay, they go down to Vegas and they're sitting there playing the slot machine. There's people, they'll sit there for hours. Okay, hours just pushing that button over and over and over. They'll go to the poker table and they're just playing for hours. And the reason is that every single push of the button, every single pick of the numbers, roll of the dice, draw, everything is a new spark of hope. And people do so much for hope. They pay so much for hope. They go through their life waiting for that next little injection of hope into their life. And some people get it from the lottery. Some people get it from going to Vegas and gambling. Some people get it from going to church. All these different ways that people get hope. But everybody is looking for hope. Everybody is searching for that next dose of hope that they can get. And to me, it's so expensive, especially when they go about it the wrong way. When you're going and you're gambling, that is your pure source of hope. That's rough. Can you imagine? I mean, you're waiting for your next paycheck, not so that you can go and pay your bills, but so that you can go get a couple more shots of hope before you go on and live your everyday life. And that's what you guys as network marketers, even if you're not in network marketing, to be honest, but specifically because I am speaking to those of you in network marketing, that is what you're selling. You aren't selling them your great pill, your water, your new multi-dimensional, triple dimension compensation plan that's going to go out and make them $1 million from the first week. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff even matters. You're selling hope. You're giving them the hope for a better tomorrow. When you come in to their life, when you're showing them the opportunity, when you're showing them what your product can do, you're giving them hope. Maybe to them, they're hoping for better health. Maybe they're hoping for better financial health. Maybe they're hoping just to have a friend. Okay? All these different things. That's what you're selling. When you tell somebody your story, this is why that first question I asked, do you know the value of your story? It's not because, look at me, I'm so great, I'm so awesome. when you tell your story? It's because your story inspires hope and the other people. If you don't tell your story, if you don't have your story and explain that and tell it to people and let other people feed off of that, you're stealing their hope from them. You know, I've got a great mentor, Ray Higdon, actually. I listen to him all the time, go to the events that he's got. An amazing, amazing leader. And he says, it is your duty to go out and share your story. Because if you don't, you're just being selfish. Every single one of us has something about our lives that we've had to overcome. And so many of us, we look at it and we're like, I don't know, I don't really think I've had that much. But if you think back on it, there's things that you've overcome that other people would trip up on. And if you don't go out there and share your story, if you don't go out there and explain to people how they can overcome what it is that you have overcome, they're never going to have that opportunity. They're never going to know that, wow, if you can do it, I can do it. And that's what we're giving them. We're not... I understand that it's super exciting to be able to learn how much money we can make and how amazing our product or our service is. But we've got to look beyond that. We've got to look and see the hope that we're giving people. When you go and you hire a mentor, when you go and you buy a new training course, or you go to your next company event, you go to whatever it is, the next conference call, the next webinar, everything that you're doing is looking for that next dose of hope that you can get in your life. You go to a training and you're looking at it and you're saying, oh my gosh, maybe you go to a recruiting training, okay? Let's just break it down like that. You're in your mind, the reason you're going to that training is because you are getting hope that you can become more, that you can recruit more, so that you can impact more people's lives. Okay? That's the bottom line. You are getting another dose of hope when you go to those trainings and those events and those webinars and all those things. And that's what we've got to remember that we're bringing to people. How much more powerful would you come off? How much more influential would you come off and people would want to follow you if you could go up to somebody and you say, hey, I want to help you out. This is something amazing because it can change your life around. It's not just, guess what, I can help you make $100,000. It's, I can help you afford your bills. I can help you send your kid to college. I can help you, I can help you, make your car payment so that way your car doesn't get taken away. I can help you come from wherever you're at and become so much more. You guys realize, and I'm sure that you do, but there's people out there that spend 60, 70, and 80 hours a week at work. Not because they want to, not because they love their job, but it's because they love their families. They love the people that they can help when they have that money coming in. So they go out and do that, so that way they can keep helping people, so they can keep providing for their family. And if we can show them another way, if we can say, hey, there is hope for you. You don't have to do 80. Maybe you can slim it down to 30. Okay? For a little bit, you got to keep doing your 80 and a tiny bit more, but I'm going to help you. And because I'm helping you, we're going to slim it down. We're going to cut it in half or less than half. How much more can they help at that point? Now not only do they have the money coming in, but they got the time as well. And you gave them that bit of hope. You gave them that vision of the future, being able to say, oh my gosh, there is so much more out there, and I didn't even know because I was so busy doing what I had to do that I could never look at what other possibilities were out there. Thank you for coming into my life. Thank you for sharing this opportunity with me. Guys, that's the power of your story. That's the power of the potential. Okay? That is something that is huge. I want to kind of go back as far as for network marketers. Oftentimes, so there's a right way and a wrong way to use trainings, to use, like I mentioned, webinars, events, all of that stuff. Okay? And I want to break it down for you because there are some of you that are going to fall into this category, and there's some of you that are going to look at it and say, hey, I've been there. And there's others of you, maybe you've never been there, maybe you won't ever be there, and I hope that you're not, but you're going to have people like this in your group if you're out there impacting people's lives the way you should be with this hope and with this opportunity that we can give them. When you go to a training or an event or buy a new training, show up to a webinar, whatever it is, you shouldn't be looking at that as being the magic pill for you. Okay? So many people see their next training as the magic pill. If I can scrape together a couple $100 and buy this latest, greatest training, that's my magic pill. That's what's going to solve all of my worries, all my woes, and I'm going to be so great. I'll be honest, it's not. And I'm not against trainings either, guys. I've spent my fair share, I'd say, well, thousands of dollars. Okay? Now, if we include events and things like that into there, several thousands of dollars on that stuff. And I'll also admit, I've been there before where I thought, oh, this next training, this next event, this next thing is going to be my magic pill. It's going to take me from here to all of a sudden I'm way up here. I am flying. My business is soaring. It's amazing. I'm helping so many people, because I kept thinking that next dose of hope, that next hit of hope that I was trying to take was going to be the thing that pushed me over the edge. And that's not necessarily the way it works. We've got to realize within us, we've got to really think about this and reflect on ourselves. Realize the power that we have within us. There's a great book. I should have grabbed it. It actually just came to my mind. But it's called How to Have Confidence and Power in Dealing with People. There may be a couple words off in there, but I believe that's the title, is How to Have Confidence and Power in Dealing with People. And in there, it talks about the importance of understanding your value. And that's where your hope comes from. That's where your motivation, that's where the inner drive comes from. And when you have that, when you understand your value, when you understand what it is that you bring to the table, what it is that you can do to impact people, and how much of an influence that you are on those that you're getting into your business, just those that you're sharing it with, the teammates that you're helping share it with, all the different things, you start to realize that it's not the next event that's going to make you somebody awesome. You're already awesome. You're already amazing. You already possess everything that you need. Now, can we get better? Yeah. And that's why I said I'm not against trainings. But you already have everything that you need. You've overcome struggles. You've overcome issues. You have at least some people skills. You have the ability to be coached, at least to a small extent. Everybody can get better at everything. Okay? But we all have some small portion of the skills that we need, and that means that no matter what, whether we stayed at that small amount or not, we could become successful. And because of that, it can help you bring hope to thousands of people's lives. You know, the phrase, the better, or the bigger the struggle, the better the story. Okay? You might be sitting there thinking, but Jonathan, you don't understand. I got into my network marketing company and I talked to 100 people. They all said no. My family laughs at me. They think it's stupid. My wife, she hates my obsession with this. She thinks that it's silly and that I'm just throwing money in the garbage. Do you understand what that's going to do for somebody down the road? If you quit, yeah, it's going to stop the immediate issues, but it's still going to happen down the road. You'll have another dream eventually, and they're going to react the same way to that. But even worse is there's people that you're meant to impact, and if you quit now, they will never have the hope that you're meant to bring them. And you got to keep that in perspective. You have to remember that your story is powerful. People are out there spending money. They're going to the casinos. They're going to buy the lottery tickets. They're going to, I mean, fill in the blank. Some people turn to alcohol. Some people turn to whatever it is. Maybe they're going to TV. Okay, I've talked to people and it's like, hey, right now, so I do my business part-time. I also work at a bank. And when I'm there, I get to talk to people all the time, all day, every day. And I get to talk to them about their lives. Hey, what are you doing when you go home tonight? And almost everybody, going home not to do anything, probably watch TV. And it's amazing how many people spend their time watching TV. And if you think about it, why do we watch TV? In excess, especially. It's because watching other people live lives that we wish we could live, it gives us some sort of pleasure, some sort of hope. Oh, I can live vicariously through my favorite character. I can, people turn on the Travel Channel and they watch these guys. They go to the beaches. They go other countries. They're caving, rock climbing, all types of stuff. Like it's crazy. People watch it because they're like, man, someday. They say someday, but they're not doing anything to get there someday. Okay? But they are just watching. And they're like, wow, that would be awesome. And that's their hope. They turn on that TV every day. Well, there's my hope for the day. Time to turn it off, go to bed, wake up in the morning, go to my job that I'm not a big fan of, go pick the kids up from school, go home, make dinner, then I'm going to turn the TV back on so that way I can get my dose of hope for the day. And that's what people do, day in and day out. You have the chance to interrupt that. You have the chance to interrupt the behaviors that aren't getting them anywhere, to bring them hope, to do something better for them than what they even think is possible at the moment. You have the chance to impact them and to really help them. And the most amazing thing about that is that it cost you nothing to go and give hope to somebody else. Okay, do you maybe, or if you're big on face-to-face, you spent a couple dollars on gas to drive to somebody's house and show them the opportunity, okay? Couple bucks. It's a couple dollars to go impact somebody's life, to go potentially change their life and their children's lives forever. Okay, their children's children. It's huge. And it's so inexpensive. It's not like we're going and saying, hey, go spend $1,000 at the next slot machine and hope that you win. You're going and you're showing them something and saying, I'm going to be there with you. Not only do you get me, but you get the people helping me and the people helping them and the people helping them. And it is something so amazing, so simple, yet such a huge impact on people's lives. And we've got to really put that in perspective. Okay, so next time that you start getting down about, nobody really is joining me, nobody's working with me, I don't know about this network marketing thing, is it really my thing? I don't know, I'm not having the success, or I've heard so many bad things, my family thinks it's dumb, my friends think it's dumb. Remember what it is that you can do for people. Remember that hope is something that's so expensive for other people to buy. But you can give it out. You can give it freely. And you don't have to hold back. You don't have to tell these people, well, you can only have a little bit of hope. You can let them have as much hope as they want, because it won't take anything away from yours. There's a phrase, a candle that lights another candle loses nothing. You're going out and you're lighting candles. You're one candle after the next. Have you ever done that? You ever had a birthday cake? Okay, it's somebody's 50th birthday. They got 50 candles. You light one candle, you light one stick, and you start going around lighting all the other candles. It doesn't put that one out that you've got, but you just lit all the other 49 of those candles without doing anything. You didn't lose any of that first candle's flame. And that's the same thing with you. When you have your hope is like a big flame. And you're going around, you're passing it to people. Not everybody's going to take it, but you're passing it to people. And as you pass it to people, all of a sudden they light up and they've got their own flame. Okay? And now they're going out and lighting other people. And because of you, you didn't lose anything. That may even help your flame shine brighter. Okay? And now you're impacting people's lives. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't lose anything. Go out and start making an impact in people's lives. Go out and start spreading the hope that you have. Okay? Think about your story. Think about what it is that you have overcome or what it is that you will overcome. Some of you are just starting out, okay? And I know the whole time this video I've been talking about how, tell your story, tell your story. Some of you are thinking, I just got into this thing, Jonathan. I don't have this giant story. I haven't made thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. I haven't paid all my credit card debt off. I haven't sent my kid to college. I haven't retired my husband or myself or us from work. I haven't been able to go on a great vacation. I haven't done anything like that. What do you want to overcome? If you can paint that picture for people, if you can tell people how much you want to help them, if you can paint a vision for people, they'll want to follow you because they'll say, you're going somewhere and I'm going with you. That's the thing. That's what hope is. They'll say, you've got that flame. I want a piece of your flame. I'm coming with you. That's how it is. That's how you need to start looking at everything because it will change your life and it will change your business. You'll start having success like you never dreamed of. If you can just put that in perspective. If you can realize how priceless your story, your ability to bring hope to other people is. I just want to thank you guys for hopping on the video, listening to me. I'll be doing another one tomorrow. I think a lot of you guys might like the one tomorrow. But again, it's going to be 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So just get ready, hop on, listen to it. I try to keep them going for, 20 or so minutes. That's really my goal. 20 to 30. If you guys can't stay the whole time, no problem at all. But I try to make sure that this is jam-packed with some value, with motivation, inspiration for you guys. As always, let me know how it was. I love getting the messages from you guys telling me how great it is. I want to keep helping you guys out. So let me know if you guys have something specific. If any of you guys are in network marketing or looking to maybe do network marketing, but you're like, I'm on the fence. Or I want to know a certain skill. I want to learn something. Let me know. I've got a few years. I've been in the industry a couple of years now. I've been able to train with some amazing people. I've had some multi-millionaires. I've had some people that were young that have just been on fire that I've learned from. The range is huge. Let me know what you want to know because even if I don't know it, I'll go learn it because that's going to help me in the future too. So let me know. I'm going to be here to help you guys out no matter what you're doing, no matter what your journey is. But hey, you guys have a great night. Thanks again for joining me.